Hello everyone, welcome to another Rick's Picks. Today I'm going to be doing my review of the Toxic Crusader figure Toxie by Trick or Treat Studios. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a look at them in packaging. Now I'm going to take a look at the figure and his accessories. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on them. And just remember, if you do like this video, go ahead and check out my Toxic Avenger playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. Alright, so here he is in packaging. First off, I love the bright colors to it. I really like that. I think that looks really cool. You got the Trick or Treat logo up here. Alright. Got Toxic Crusaders there. Bring them forward a little bit. You have this nice open window, which is designed like a toxic barrel, which is really neat. Adds to, the flavor of this. So the clear part, you can almost see like a drip pattern, like the lid is popped open and there's toxic stuff dripping out of it. The window, you can see the figure, all his accessories. You got his name here, a little bit about him. Spin it over to the side. You have everything that comes with. Okay. Spin the back. Now you got a lot of cool stuff really going on here. So first off, you get this little comic strip here that has pretty much the origins of the cartoon, which is really nice. I like that. It's cleanup time. I like that. Then you have this here, which shows all his accessories, from his belt and grenades, his toxic shield, the glow-in-the-dark blobby, his mop, and he also comes with some ooze or slime, what have you here. This is everybody that's part of this lineup. And now you get this little file card for him too, which is really nice. I do like that. And then you get your legal underneath. So, spin them back around this way. With all that being said, let's open him up and see what he's about. Here he is out of packaging. I love the overall look to this figure. I think he looks really cool. I like the attention to detail to him. So first off, let's give him the rotation. This side here. This side. Oops. Here. And then back around to the front. Now, he doesn't have holes for pegs, but he seems to stand pretty well on his own. So now let's start looking into some of his finer details. So bring him up close. First off, I love the head sculpt. It really captures the look from the cartoon in the series. All right. He has his red, white, and blue wrist piece here. Now you lift his arm up. You can see all these cool toxic colors in here that go all the way down to here. Even the bandages are like detailed in. You got ooze and slime. You got something tied around his wrist here. Come around here, you have his ripped up tutu with holes in it. You got all these, marks and bumps and bruises. So there's a lot of detail to him. And you know what? That's a reminiscent to the old Playmate figures, like the Turtles and the Toxic figures, to where they put all this really neat detail into these figures. So I like the overall look to him. So now let's start going through his points of articulation. So first off, the head does move. Okay. You got a shoulder joint. Spin them around this way. And you do got kind of more of a forearm twist here. All right. Back around this way. And you have a thigh joint. So he doesn't have too many points of articulation, but I feel like this figure really doesn't need it. And so far, overall, I think he's a really good-looking figure. So now let's start looking at his accessories. So first off, you have his iconic mop. All right, and the head does pop off. He has his toxic shield. All right. He has 3 of his toxic grenades here. You have 1, 2, and 3. And even when you look at these, you can even see splatters of paint like it's toxic chemicals and stuff all over it. So I like that little attention to detail. And last but not least, he has his ooze, which comes with Moppy's head in it. So now that we looked at all this, let's see how well this stuff works with him. So first off, let's start with the mop head. All right. Fits in there really well. No issues. Let's see if we could get a two-handed hold with him. All right. So you do got the two-handed hold. No issues with that. It all works very well. All right. So let's put this in this hand. All right. Let's get his toxic shield. All right. So that fits in this hand just as well. No issues with that. Put this over here. Grenades fit very well in that hand. Let's get that out of there. Fits very well in this hand too. So they work with both hands. Now they just fit along his bandolier here. So one. I think they actually put this on upside down on him because pull this off. Maybe. Because if you look, you've got these little notches here, and that's actually for the grenades. So it looks like they put this on upside down. Which is not an issue because it can be pulled off. Actually, it's just easier to do it this way. All right, so there you go. And then your notches just fit in right here. One. Two. Eventually. That. Kind of a tight fit. They do fit in there eventually. All right, so there's two of them. And you got the third one. So they all fit on there. Got to work them a little bit, but it does work. And then when you spin them around this way, you got this hole here for his mop, which slides in there just like that without any issues. All right, so the next thing he has is his ooze, and also he has the head in here. You pop this open, you got this whole thing of ooze. This thing pops out of there. Ew. All right, definitely very 80s. This is really wet ooze here. All right. So, like most ooze usually isn't so liquidy. This is like really wet. So there's Moppy there. All right. He's supposed to sit on this little peg here. Just like that. So now you got Moppy up there with the ooze and what have you. So it all seems to work very well with him. All right, like I said, the ooze is just a little bit too watery for me. I usually like my ooze just a little bit more solid. Now this is very runny. Okay, so now we're going to test a glow-in-the-dark play feature with him. So let's go dark and see how well this stuff glows. All right, so it looks like this stuff glows pretty well. So as you see, the ooze glows pretty good. Pop the top. You can see it kind of glowing in there. All right. And you can really see this guy glowing. So he definitely glows. Toxie's eyes glow as well, too. That's kind of neat. So the glow features definitely work very well with this figure. I don't have any issues with any of that. All right, so my final thoughts on this figure is I really like this figure. I like all the attention to detail to him. He definitely captures the likeness of the original Playmate figure, you know, and because that's what they were going for with him. So there's a lot of really cool detail to this figure that I like. All his joints work fine. I don't have any issues with any of that. All his accessories fit on him really well, so I don't have no issues with that as well. I mean, yeah, you could say the grenades are kind of a little bit of a bugger to try to get on there, but once they're on there, they're fine. Probably my biggest issue with this figure is the slime. Now, this is more of a personal preference, I guess, but for me, it was just a little too watery. I think I would have liked it a little bit thicker, you know, so it has that gooey slime feeling, but it doesn't feel runny. So that's the only issue I have with this figure is the slime. Other than that, he's a great figure. I think he would go well with the rest of your Toxic Avengers, you know, collectibles and what have you. So with that being said, I hope you all did like this video. If you did, go ahead and check out my Toxic Avenger playlist and hit that like, share, and subscribe. They're all small clicks for you, but it really helps this channel grow. So until the next one, late.